everyone, this is 𝗔𝗯ance 𝗧𝗩 and welcome to Dbox on Somoy television. We are now live এবং বলতেই হয় kudos to Messi and kudos to Argentina. Once again they are the defending champions এবং আরো একবার তারা ফাইনালে এবার মুখোমুখি হতে যাচ্ছে কার সাথে সেটাও ইতিমধ্যে আমাদের জানা। Now it's going to be Spain versus Argentina. স্পেন এবং ফ্রান্সের একটা দারুণ খেলা আমরা দেখেছিলাম। স্পেনের ট্যাকটিক্যাল মুভমেন্টে আমরা মুগ্ধ হয়েছে এবং অপরদিকে আর্জেন্টিনা আবার ওই পুরো ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ জুড়ে তাদের যেই চিরাচরিত রূপ দেখাচ্ছে কম্পারেটিভলি উইকার টিমদের সাথে আমরা বলছিলাম, বাট ওয়েন ইটস সেমিফাইনাল সবাই ভাবছিল কি হতে যাচ্ছে কি হবে, বিকজ ইংল্যান্ড ওয়াজ ডুইং রিয়েলি ওয়েল, কিন্তু আবারও সেই একই রূপে ইংল্যান্ড কিন্তু পরাস্ত হলো আর্জেন্টিনার কাছে। বলা যায় মেসির সেই জাদুকরি পায়ের ছোঁয়ায় আরও একবার আর্জেন্টিনার জয় এবং আরও একবার আর্জেন্টিনা ফাইনালে। বাংলাদেশের আর্জেন্টিনা সমর্থকদের আনন্দ কিন্তু কোনো বাঁধই মানছে না। আর মাত্র একটি ম্যাচ, তারপরেই আমরা জেনে যাব কে হতে যাচ্ছে চ্যাম্পিয়ন 2026 ফিফা ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপের।
আকিস সিমেন্টে তৈরি এ বাড়ি, সিমেন্টে লোহার শক্তি।
আয়রন স্ল্যাগ সমৃদ্ধ আকিস সিমেন্ট, সিমেন্টে লোহার শক্তি।
Well, we will talk a lot about this World Cup and we will discuss about last semi-final and also some other things, because we have today with us, we're very honored and we're very pleased to have with us Thomas 𝗔𝗯ance, coach of Bangladesh national football team. Thomas, welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing great. I love it.
And you should, because you are a football lover. You are a football lover, and when it's FIFA season, especially in Bangladesh, it's something different. So it's not quite long that you are here, but we are happy to have you here. How are you enjoying this FIFA season in Bangladesh with Bangladeshi crazy fans?
It's a football country, and I love that. It's amazing. You see the support that Argentina and Brazil gets from the Bangladesh fans, and I hope that shifts over after the Sunday and goes back to us, that they're supporting us, our national team here in Bangladesh, and I'm looking forward to meet those fans in our stadium in the future. So on the other hand, I'm happy when the World Cup is over, because I'm getting sleep again, because of the 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock at night, watching the games. It's like, I don't know if I need breakfast, lunch or dinner when I wake up. And it's kind of annoying, but you know, the games that we saw lately, it's amazing. And I'm eating at this. It's fantastic.
It's us. We all are doing this same routine and it's exhausting. Also, we can't avoid that because we have to watch the matches, because the matches are really interesting, and every match passes by and it's getting interesting because it's FIFA World Cup. Well, Thomas, let's jump straight into that instant classic between Argentina and England. I want to ask you one thing, as your coaching perspective, can you tell me, how does Argentina do it again and again and again? The same thing, the same way they come back. How do you explain it?
It's kind of magic, and I said it right before. It is something that it's more powerful. It is supposed to be like that. I think it's supposed to be like that, really. You have a team like Argentina, where it's very important, the mentality in the game. Mentality is almost like 90%, because I like the Argentina team because they play like I was playing. I was playing hard and I was playing for my teammates, and that's what they do from the beginning. They play against tough teams, but like England, England was a little bit like running the show in the first half, and as soon as they score the goal, they drop back.
It was like entirely two halves. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Did you feel the same?
Yeah.
The first half, it was all England's possession and they were doing really well, no goals. We were thinking what's going to happen, and it was much physical game.
Yeah, I said it before, like the comparison between England and between Argentina. Argentina is playing very aggressive against the ball and against the man.
Yeah.
They are looking for the body contact. And
They were.
and they did. And there was like every single time they had a body contact with a foul, and
Were they
very
doing
aggressive.
it to confuse the opponent?
It's kind of let them know that you are not alone here. So you have to fight. So, and that's a good point that you're giving to the other one. But still, England had a great response to that. They were dangerous. They were like outplayed them in the first half, and they looked for chances and they scored the goal. So the problem is then but the problem is like this. Most of the fans from the outside, they are not in a situation like the coaches.
Yeah.
Because you have so much pressure and you have to think at that moment with millions of people on TV or 80,000 people in the stadium, they are crazy and nuts. And you have the players who are playing. If you make something wrong, it could backfire you.
Yeah.
And you, in that situation, what are you going to do? Continue playing like that and being open for Messi, giving the opportunity to play 1 against 1 or 2 against 1, 2 against 2. He will destroy it. So, or maybe you are dropping back and say, okay, let's defend this. The English people are also good defenders.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, if they play consistently like in the first half and they're playing forward-minded and they're losing, everybody will say, how can you do that? Why didn't he drop back, bring no defenders in and lock the bus in front of the goal? Now he did this, he backfired him, so now he gets the blame. So it's very difficult as a coach.
𝗔𝗯nci𝘂𝗁 tactics worked right away when he saw Tuchel do this. That tactics, which is like bringing a lot of like not good things, and everyone is like criticizing the coach. It's his fault. He did that shift and it backfired. But right after that, 𝗔𝗀𝗁 also did some shifts, and that totally worked for Argentina.
Yeah, but that's because the decision that they made also maybe helps Argentina. Because now he brings in Fernandes and Martinez and all those guys who are, you know, successful before, with taking shots, being in the right position. And again, it's one person. It's Messi.
It's Messi.
Everything he does.
Also, when Dbox came in, Messi's position changed, and the game was totally changed. And attack after attack, I must say, Pickford did amazing jobs. Otherwise, the goal would be much more than 2.
Yeah, like I said, it's the game changed in a way for Messi, because if Messi is not constantly in a position, you know, when England drops back, that means we play 90% right in front of the goal. That means Messi's always there, so that's more dangerous. And you could see everything that he does. 95% what he does is dangerous.
Yeah.
Every ball he brings in is a dangerous ball. Every time he's free, he can take a shot, he can score. So, and when you see even the first goal, the thought behind it, he was trying to drag that guy, both guys, to himself to free his teammate that he can take a shot and score. So everything was like against England, and like again, Messi was the one who changed everything, every chance that they had.
In the second half and later, but that thing I was saying, how does Argentina do it again and again? Because like, would you tell me, like, how does it possible that every time they did not trouble England much, aside from that physical game, they did not trouble. They couldn't trouble England that much. But after the score went down to 1-0, it's like that's the exact spark they needed to change the gear, to find a new gear. Why is that? Is it intentional?
It is not. It is something that you're mentally you have to do something different, but also not just because of sometimes the other team is also making a decision. England made a decision to be defending more, so that means now we have a little bit more often the ball, a little bit more in there and goes, and that gives a message to every single player. Now we go after them. Now we go and playing our game. And the more you play that game, the more they're dropping back.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Argentina needs. They need to play.
The third to Argentina, and that's the mistake they made. And
I think so too.
Support for it.
But again, if after we know that,
we're actually praising Messi. Obviously, we should. He deserves it all and all. But also, let's not forget about the brilliant goal by England. The first goal, England, like, finally they found their breakthrough with that brilliant 4-pass sequence, and Anthony Gordon finished it off perfectly. What would you say about
the
that
first
goal
goal from England?
Yeah.
I mean, you could see before the English team is incredible. I never liked England, never in my whole life.
Why not?
Because when we play, I played 2 times in England.
Yes, 1994 it was your debut, and 1998 you were captain.
No, I was 94. I played in the World Cup in America, but I played before against England, and we played in England after the World Cup, and they treated us very badly. And I played with 𝗔𝗀𝗁𝗂𝗁 in Sheffield Wednesday, and they also treated us very bad. So it's kind of when they know that you are a player, you are opponent from the English people, they treat you like very bad. So my experience was bad. So and I said, I don't like them anyhow.
Okay.
So but then since now this World Cup with Tuchel as a coach, and then Bellingham and Kane, so I studied a little bit more about them. I like them. I really love them. And I was like, when they played against Argentina, what am I going to do now? Do I support them or them? And say, okay, I lean back, I just watch and see what happened. So I see that they are playing like this. They play good football. Bellingham, it's amazing how he's going to create chances and scoring goals. It's amazing, and that's why they were so opposite, those two teams. And now they're playing against Spain, where it's like similar. Argentina is similar like Spain. They play almost the same.
Yeah.
Argentina a little bit more aggressive. And that's why in the end, they're going to win that game.
So it's going to be an amazing final between Argentina and Spain. We will surely talk about that match as well. But right now, we are going to connect. We have with 𝗔𝗯ance 𝗦𝗪. He is in US right now. So, দর্শক, আমরা আমাদের সহকর্মী 𝗔𝗯ance 𝗦𝗪 সঙ্গে connect হচ্ছি. Hello, Sajid. Good to see you again. And we have in our studio today Thomas Dooley, the coach of Bangladesh national football team. Please.
নিউ জার্সি স্টেডিয়াম। তবে আমি রয়েছি নিউ ইয়র্কে। আর্জেন্টিনা দল কিন্তু গতকালে যে জয়টি পেয়েছে সেই জয়ের ঘোর কিন্তু এখনো কাটেনি। আমরা দেখছিলাম এয়ারপোর্টে বিভিন্ন চ্যানেলে কিন্তু এখনো বিভিন্ন গতকাল যে ম্যাচ হয়েছে সেই ম্যাচের যে কৌশল কোথায় ভুল করলো বা কোন জায়গাটাতে আর্জেন্টিনা ইংল্যান্ডকে আউটপ্লে করেছে সেই বিষয়গুলো নিয়ে কিন্তু আলোচনা হচ্ছিল এবং এখনও সেই বিষয়গুলো নিয়ে কিন্তু আলোচনা হচ্ছে। একটু বলতে চাই যে বিশ্ব মিডিয়া কিন্তু স্বাভাবিকভাবে কিছু ভুল ত্রুটি তুলে ধরছে রেফারি আর্জেন্টিনার কিছু। তবে একটা কথা বলতেই হয় যে আর্জেন্টিনার কাছে কিন্তু নিজেদের কৌশলের কারণেই হেরে গেছে ইংল্যান্ড ফুটবল দল এবং এরপর কিন্তু থমাস টুখেলের পদত্যাগের একটা জোর দাবি উঠেছিল পুরো ইংল্যান্ড জুড়ে। তবে এফএ কিন্তু নিশ্চিত করেছে যে থমাস টুখেল 2028 ইউরো পর্যন্ত দায়িত্বে থাকবেন এবং তিনি বলেছেন, কাল ম্যাচ শেষেও কিন্তু থমাস টুখেল বলেছেন যে এই ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপে ইংল্যান্ড তাদের সেরা ম্যাচ খেলেছে। তিনি যে অতিরিক্ত ডিফেন্সিভ খেলিয়ে দলকে এই ফলাফলটা এনে দেওয়ার পেছনে তার যে একটা বড় একটা ভূমিকা রয়েছে সেটা কিন্তু তিনি মানতে নারাজ। তিনি দাবি করেছেন যে দল খুবই ভালো খেলেছে এবং এই পর্যন্ত এসেছে, এটা আসলে তিনি অনেক সন্তুষ্ট। আসলে তার মতো একজন কোচ যার ইন্টারন্যাশনাল ক্যারিয়ার এটাই প্রথম কোনো ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ খেলছে, তার জন্য যে কোনো অ্যাচিভমেন্টই বড় হবে। তো তার জন্য আসলে সেমিফাইনাল পর্যন্ত আসাটা আসলে অনেক বড় অ্যাচিভমেন্ট। কিন্তু আর্জেন্টিনা গতকাল ম্যাচে যেভাবে আমরা দেখেছি 1-0 গোলে পিছিয়ে পড়ার পরও কামব্যাক করেছে, তাদের হার না মারা যে মানসিকতা পুরো টুর্নামেন্ট জুড়ে আমরা দেখেছি সেটাই কিন্তু তাদের এগিয়ে নিয়েছে। একটা ম্যাচের শুরুর দিকে কিছু সমস্যা ছিল, ম্যাচ শেষে ফকল্যান্ড আইল্যান্ডের একটা ব্যানার নিয়ে তারা ফুটবলাররা মাঠে গান গেছেন, এটা নিয়েও কিছু বিতর্ক হচ্ছে। তবে একটা বিষয় বলতে হয় যে মাঠে প্রথম গোল হজমের পর আর্জেন্টিনা কিন্তু রীতিমতো আউটপ্লে করেছে ইংল্যান্ড ফুটবল দলকে এবং তারা ফাইনালে জায়গা করে নিয়েছে। তবে ফাইনাল ম্যাচটা অনেকেই বলছে তাদের জন্য সহজ হবে না। স্পেন এই বিশ্বকাপের বলা যায় চমক, তারা খুবই কোনো উচ্চবাচ্য না করে কিন্তু নিজেদের কাজটা করে গেছে এবং ফাইনালে পর্যন্ত তারা চলে এসেছে এবং পুরো টুর্নামেন্টে এখন পর্যন্ত তারা মাত্র একটি গোল হজম করেছে। এটা তাদের অন্যতম একটা শক্তির জায়গা কিন্তু বলে দিচ্ছে যে স্পেন আসলে ডিফেন্সিভলি কতটা স্ট্রং এবং দুই দলেরই কিন্তু খেলার ধরনে কিছুটা সিমিলারিটি আছে। তারা ছোট ছোট পাস দিয়ে খেলে স্পেন এবং আর্জেন্টিনা এবং দুই দলের দুই কোচের কিন্তু একটা বড় ট্যাকটিক্যাল একটা ব্যাটল হতে চলেছে ফাইনালে। নিশ্চিতভাবেই আমরা বলতে পারি ইউরো চ্যাম্পিয়ন স্পেন, কোপা আমেরিকা চ্যাম্পিয়ন আর্জেন্টিনা এবং এই বছরেই কিন্তু একটা ম্যাচ হওয়ার কথা ছিল ফিনালিসিমা, যেটা এর আগে একবার হয়েছে আর্জেন্টিনা 2021 সালে কোপা আমেরিকা জয়ের পরে। তখন কিন্তু সেই ম্যাচটিতে ফিনালিসিমাতে ইতালিকে হারিয়ে জিতেছিল আর্জেন্টিনা। সেই ফিনালিসিমাটা হয়নি, এক ঢিলে দুই পাখি আমরা বলতে পারি। ফিনালিসিমার একটা ফয়সালা হয়ে যাবে, একই সঙ্গে বিশ্বকাপ শিরোপারও কিন্তু ফয়সালা হয়ে যাবে এবং লিওনেল মেসি এর আগে আরও দুটো ফাইনালে খেলেছেন, তিনি তৃতীয় ফাইনাল খেলার অপেক্ষায়। এবং লিওনেল মেসি আমরা দেখেছি গত ফাইনালে যেভাবে খেলেছিলেন, গত আসরে যেভাবে খেলেছিলেন, এই আসরে এখন পর্যন্ত তিনি কিন্তু গোল্ডেন বুট এবং গোল্ডেন বল দুটো ব্যক্তিগত যে অ্যাচিভমেন্ট রয়েছে সেই দুটো ব্যক্তিগত অ্যাচিভমেন্টের অর্জনের ক্ষেত্রে কিন্তু অনেকটাই এগিয়ে রয়েছেন। ফাইনালে সবাই প্রত্যাশা করছে, আমরা জানি প্রত্যেকটা ম্যাচে দেখেছি আর্জেন্টিনার কত পরিমাণ দর্শক ছিল আর্জেন্টিনার এবং আমরা নিউ ইয়র্কেও যখন আসছিলাম বিমানেও দেখেছি প্রচুর আর্জেন্টিনা সমর্থক কিন্তু নিউ ইয়র্কে আসছেন এবং তারা নিজ দলের পক্ষে গলা ফাটাবেন। তো আপাতত নিউ ইয়র্ক থেকে আমার কাছে এই ছিল সবশেষ খবর।
Thank you so much, Sajid. So that was Sajid. He is in US right now covering the World Cup, and he was actually saying the same things we were discussing also about some debates around the refereeing in this World Cup, also about that Falkland flag that players brought into the field, and overall about everything. Also, he said the same thing, that there is some similarities between Spain and Argentina, like small passes. Also, that's going to be a tactical fight
tactical,
between
yeah.
coaches. So that's what he said so far. So we were talking about Argentina versus England actually. If we talk about individual players, before that you were talking about that first goal. So let's continue from there. First goal from England.
The French?
First goal from England
So the first goal
by
from England.
Gordon. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
So please,
I
you
mean,
were
this
saying.
was, I was impressed, like the outcome from the first half, that England plays the same style and with the same power, and putting pressure on Argentina. Don't let them play out, because they know that the weakness from the Argentinians are the defense.
Yeah.
And we have to cover, and you mentioned that before, and it's such a point that England had to play at 𝗔𝗯cie Stadium against Mexico, who is used to the altitude, fighting for 120 minutes with 10 men. I have played there twice. It is so difficult, breathing.
Yes.
And they had to beat that team in the World Cup, 120 minutes with 10 men, without preparation for the altitude.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Then they're going back to Miami or Kansas, where you have high humidity. That's like playing in a sauna. And they, again, 120 minutes. So I was surprised that they could actually run that much in the first half and put so much pressure on Argentina.
That's a very interesting point you brought in actually. Even when they lost, I was looking at Harry Kane. He looked absolutely devastated. As a coach, how do you what do you say? How difficult is it to overcome from this kind of psychological hurdle of leading in a semi-final and just to suffer a late collapse like that?
You don't recover from that. I give you the guarantee that goes for months with them individually, every day, every night. They wake up sometimes and just thinking about that. It's so emotional when you fight so much to get there. And England, haven't been there for so many years, and now finally they make it happen with all that Argentina, with the one in Kansas, and then again they're playing against the best team like Argentina, the most experienced team, and you're winning, and you're getting the last 5 minutes, you're getting those 2 goals. This is a shock that you can barely recover from that. A mental breakdown, a physical breakdown. So it's really, really hard on those players.
This is the third time actually England has fallen down at a semi-final stage. It's sad day for them, but we were talking about Argentina versus England match. But if we now look forward, the final, Argentina versus Spain, which team would you say has better chance to win? What do you think?
I think Argentina.
Why? Why so?
They are both like almost the same. They are the same tactical game. They are waiting for the moment to isolate Yamal on the outside, or maybe getting Messi involved. They are both technically waiting for the right moment, penetration balls, playing 1-2 touches, keeping possession. So they are both the same. The different a little bit more. I think that Argentina is a little bit more aggressive against the ball and against the player. So it will be a very interesting game, and I think it will be for Argentina because of Messi again. Because they all play
because
for
of
him.
Messi. That makes the whole difference. We were talking about Harry Kane also. He in 2022 he actually said the GOAT is actually Messi. For him it's Messi also. In last match he didn't forget to say that again, that it was amazing to see how Messi plays, and when it comes to the topic about Harry Kane's retirement, he says Messi is the inspiration, so he's not sure about that. Well, but also if you look at Spain, they haven't also lost since March 2023, so it's 37 winning streak. So they're not going to be easy for Argentina. Where do you think this match would win or lose gonna happen in this match?
I think it's one. Obviously, it's the four teams in the semifinals are the four best teams in the world. They were number 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, and 4.
And
So
now number 1 and 2 is
yeah,
playing
so
finals.
it's there. You can say that there's a decisive moment again. Who gonna make a decision? They are very organized. The Spanish team. They're trying to play no goal against us. They did that very successfully.
Yeah.
Very organized. But again, this with Argentina is that also, and I think it comes back to who has a better team, like the team spirit.
Team spirit, yeah.
And that is Argentina. It's no doubt about that. You see that the Messi guy is everything, and you cannot mark him down with 3-4 players so he's not in charge of anything. It's not possible. He will decide the game again. The only thing is it's really the Spanish team has some moments where they're gonna. If they're gonna
But again, football is all about some moments.
I know the moment, and if they score 1 or 2 goals, you say, okay. If they score 1 or 2 goals,
How do you
but
expect?
last 5 minutes.
You mentioned Lamine Yamal. How do you expect? I also want to mention another name, that's Rodri. He's been amazing. How do you expect Lionel Scaloni to try and disrupt Rodri's rhythm? Because that will be really important. Does he man mark him, or do you think does he try to bypass the midfield entirely and exploit Spain's high pressing tactic?
No, I think they are gonna play the same like they play from now. They are not trying to man mark somebody. They're playing consistently in that zone, and every player who gets the ball played will be under pressure 100%. So it's a kind of so as soon as the ball is right there, an Argentinian player will be right there and will play against him. So that's the style that they're gonna play. They are very successful with that, and they're not gonna change that. You don't change something like because of the other team. You play your style, and they did the perfect way.
Absolutely. Well, while I have the chance to have you as my guest, I want to ask you something about our own team. Like, I'm wearing the jersey of Bangladesh, Bafufa jersey. You are now coaching our national team. What do you expect? How do you expect? And SAF is very near. Also, they just won a first win against an European team, San Marino. What do you want to talk about our team, please?
I mean, it's everything. It's like, football, it has to be a football country, what we have. We have the fans, so I need to talk about the fans. That fan base, what we have right now in the World Cup, needs to shift over after the World Cup. They have to wait 4 years. In the next 4 years, support us, stay behind us, push us to the next level.
Yeah.
And we started the first thing with San Marino. And this was a very important game for us, to win, to battle against them.
To boost the morale of the
what
team.
was very important was I had only like a week to train with them, and then going to San Marino, we have 3 days to train with the international players too. But I was very pleased.
Only 1 week?
Yeah,
So
we
you
have
must
only
be
FIFA
lucky
days
for
only
us.
10 days, and with 10 days you have only 4 or 5 training sessions.
Okay.
But we trained like 10 days before with the local players here. We had a friendly game against U23s, and we made a lot of mistakes. We talked about that, showed them, and they actually fulfilled it in the new game against San Marino. That's why I was very pleased and very hopeful in the future for that, because we changed that. Not perfectly, but we had a big change in that.
We know that the change will not come overnight, but what do you expect, like in 2 years? What's your target with this team?
I wanna play football. I want to see a style that the fans and the people say, we can play football, nicely football, successful football. We get up in the rankings to 150, let's say. That's a goal point. We haven't won anything for 23 years. SAF is the most important tournament that we have.
Now.
That's our focus. We want to win that. There's no question about that we want to win that. That's our goal. So now what do we have to do? We have to be aggressive.
Yeah.
We have to play football. I don't like to chase football. That we need to change the way we think in situations, open up, scan the field, being aggressive, play football, and having a willpower.
Control
like
the ball, not chase the ball,
Yeah, controlling
right?
the ball, keeping 1-2 touches. Like when you look at that's why I tell the players, watch the games from those players.
About players, would you tell us any individual players that you see a possibility to do amazing things for us?
Yeah, Hamza is one of the players who everybody looks up. He's a leader. He's a top player. He has experience. He has, he's humble, and he leads the team from behind, not in the public view, all that stuff. So he's maybe the one. But we have other ones. We have Tapu also. We have so many good players in there. They can step up. But the problem is there's a reason why we are 180. And that's about thinking. And that's what we're trying to bring in, that start thinking about why you do things. And how can you change it? How can you change your game, make it better?
Absolutely. And again, I said earlier, but I want to say it again, that I hope Bangladesh team will do much wonder under your guidance. So all the best to you and all the best to our team. We are so happy to have you. Let's see. And we are now enjoying World Cup. You are German born, but you played for USA. And this time World Cup is happening in USA. I have to end the show because the time is over. But thank you so much again for coming here today.
You're welcome.
So viewers, that was Dbox on Somoy Television. আমাদের সঙ্গে আজকে ছিলেন 𝗔𝗯ance কোচ অফ বাংলাদেশ ন্যাশনাল টিম। তার সঙ্গে কথা হচ্ছিল বাংলাদেশ টিম নিয়ে, তার ভাবনাগুলো আমাদেরকে তিনি জানালেন, এবং একই সাথে ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ নিয়ে, আর্জেন্টিনা, স্পেন নিয়ে আমরা অনেক আলোচনাই করলাম, বাট দিন শেষে আসল রেজাল্টটা কিন্তু দেখতে পাবো মাঠেই। সো লেটস এনজয় দিস ফুটবল ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ সিজন।